And welcome back to Brooklyn, basketball fans, back in the Skyline Conference for a nice doubleheader here at the Hill Center in the Clinton Hill section of Brooklyn. We're at the home of St. Joseph's College as they take on the visiting Rams of Farmingdale State College. I am Michael Kerr, once again bringing you all the action here at the home games for St. Joseph's, the men and women. Both will be in action today as part of this doubleheader against Farmingdale State, a close Long Island foe in the Skyline Conference. So the women for St. Joseph's enter this game with an 11-9 overall record. They're 9-6 in the conference, hanging on to fourth place in the standings. And remember, top six make the playoffs, so with just a handful of games left, the women are putting themselves in pretty good position. They still certainly have not clinched a playoff spot as of yet, but they're in decent shape right now. Farmingdale enters with a 6-9 record in the conference, 8-11 overall. They are just on the outside looking in. They're holding on to the 7th seed in the Skyline, so they need a win today, and St. Joseph certainly could use a win to continue continue climbing up in the standings, hopefully. 3 teams so far in the conference have clinched playoff spots. Mount St. Mary, Manhattanville, and the Merchant Marine Academy have all clinched playoff spots with very strong records, 15-1, 14-2, and 14-2 respectively. But heading into this game, St. Joseph's, is coming off a game on February 5th, was their last game against the United States Merchant Marine Academy, who obviously entered that game with a 13-2 record. Unfortunately, St. Joseph's had a close loss. They lost in a very low-scoring game, 48-41. In that game, leading scorer, actually the conference's leading scorer now, Kelly O'Donnell, poured in 25 more points to add to her conference scoring lead, and also pulled down 15 rebounds. So O'Donnell had 25 points. The rest of the St. Joseph's team only combined for 16 points in that game. So O'Donnell with the hot hand, really everyone else ice cold. And in that game, another statistic of note, Emma Kiley had 5 more block shots in that game. That brings her season total to 74, which is now the season record for blocks for St. Joseph's in their program's history. And the record that she broke was from assistant coach Samantha Ritas, who had 72 blocks in one of her seasons here at St. Joe's when she was a player. So congratulations to Emma Kiley, the blocks leader for St. Joe's. Farmingdale State is coming off a loss on February 5th also against Manhattanville. They lost that game at home and kind of got drubbed, 71-47. Alexis Hunter had 16 points and 9 rebounds in that game on 7 of 14 shooting. And Alexis Atanachi had 11 points in that game. Now, these two teams hooked up early in the season on November 23rd this year. This is their second meeting. The first meeting was out in Farmingdale, and St. Joe's came away with a 78-62 victory in that one. Kelly O'Donnell had 25 points, 11 rebounds. Emma Kiley had 20 points and 14 rebounds. Desiree Sakara, the conference's leading assist getter, had 10 assists in that game to go along with 12 points. Farmingdale only played 6 players in that game. They were led by Nia Miller's 25 points and Alexis Hunter's 19 points and 8 rebounds. So right now we will step back for a moment as the PA announcer will bring you the national anthem, and then I'll be back to bring you the starting lineups in just a moment. So we're back at the Hill Center to bring you the opening lineups in this Skyline Conference matchup, again between the visiting Rams of Farmingdale State College. And Farmingdale is coached by Mark Delacave, so a name from the past of the coaching fraternity. He's been coaching a very long time. It's his first season here at Farmingdale, though, but he coached there in the past, as well as many other places. So Mark Delacave is the head coach in his first season. He's assisted by Stephanie Delacave, Jalen Brown, and Tom Roeder. And again, they enter this game at 8-11 overall, 6-9 in the conference, and they are in 7th place right now in the conference. They will start number 0, Nia Miller. She's a 5'4" senior guard from Brooklyn and South Shore High School by way of Sullivan County Community College. Number 1 is Alexis Hunter, a 5'10" junior forward from Brooklyn and Bishop Loughlin High School right down the road here from the Hill Center. She also has transferred from University of Bridgeport. Number 3 is Alexis Antonacci. She's a 5'4" senior guard from Plainview JFK High School out in Long Island, and also a community college attendee. She went to Southern Maine Community College before making the trip to Farmingdale. Number 5, Anna Zaborowska, a 5'9" junior guard from East Patchogue, New York, and Copiague High School. You'll hear a lot from Zaborowska today. She is the leading scorer on this team. And finally, rounding out the starting lineup is number 14, Imani Butts, a 5'5" sophomore guard from Brentwood High School and the City College of New York. Another transfer in the starting lineup for Coach Delacave. For St. Joseph's, they are coached by Tom Flahive in his 5th season. His record entering this year is 43-60. St. Joseph's 11-9 overall, 9-6 in the conference, good for 4th place right now. They will start number 4, Jamie Provino, a 5'6" sophomore guard from Harrison High School in Harrison, New York. Number 5, Captain Desiree Sequeira, a 5'5" junior guard from Clark, New Jersey and Arthur L. Johnson High School. Number 22, co-captain Lauren Casada, a 5'9" senior forward from Westbury, New York and St. Francis Prep High School. Number 33, co-captain Kelly O'Donnell. Again, the conference's leading scorer. She's a 5'10" junior from Brooklyn and St. Edmunds Prep. And finally, number 40, Emma Kiley, a 6'1" freshman center from Archbishop Malloy High School in Whitestone, New York. Our officials tonight are John Fitzpatrick, Michael Van Gelder Jr., and Zoe Robbins. Although Zoe Robbins is not an official tonight, she has been replaced, and I don't have the name of the replacement official, as the ball, the opening tap I should say, is controlled by Farmingdale State. And it's Anna Zaborowska, the team's leading scorer, handling the ball up front, and a near turnover. Now a nice trap by O'Donnell, and a steal from Provino off the pressure from O'Donnell. Provino's going to go all the way to the house by herself off the steal, and a good job by St. Joe's taking advantage of the sloppy offense from Farmingdale on the opening possession. It's 2-0 Bears. Man-to-man defense employed again by St. Joseph's as usual, although they will from time to time switch to a little bit of zone. The whistle on the floor is going to be a jump ball, and the first jump ball will head to St. Joseph's possession, so we'll go the other way as Farmingdale had won the opening tap. Full court press, man-to-man pressure looks like from Farmingdale. Nice job beating it through the middle with a pass from Casada to a streaking Sequeira. Nice little bounce pass into Kiley for the layup on the left side. So Desiree Sequeira, the conference's leading assist getter at 6.2 per game, finds Emma Kiley in transition for the layup, and Kiley is on the board with her first deuce. Zaborowska up top again with it, driving on Casada. Dumps it off to Miller. Miller wants the 3, way off, and it will go out of bounds. It'll head St. Joseph's direction. Press break is on. Little tandem press break with O'Donnell and Sequeira, trying to get the ball from the inbounding Provino. Finally, O'Donnell gets it. Nice job finding Casada again in the middle of the court, and that's the best way to break the press, if you can get the ball to the middle of the court. And often ends up in an easy basket, which it did that time. This time it's Emma Kiley again for her second field goal in a row. The Bears are up to an early 6-0 lead right out of the gate with one steal and 2 great press break opportunities that got them 2 easy baskets. And now a turnover is going to give the Bears the ball back. So Farmingdale don't quite have their sea legs under them just yet here in Brooklyn. Provino inbounds it again, finds a wide open Emma Kiley up front. Now with streaking Casado across the lane. There's going to be a whistle, a late whistle looks like. It was knocked out of bounds, and Coach Delacave wants a timeout as possession will stay with St. Joseph's as the defender knocked that out of bounds. We'll have our first timeout here with 8:29 remaining in the first quarter. An early 6-0 lead for the Bears. And we'll be right back in just a minute. So opening up the game here, the Bears are 3 for 3 from the floor. 2 baskets by Kylie, back-to-back, and 1 by Provino off the steal. So St. Joe's will inbound there under their own basket, the Willoughby Avenue basket here in the first half, that is. Quesada has it inside, drives on, kind of got hit in the face on that pass, and Kylie will drive and score again with the right hand. So 3 baskets in a row for Emma Kylie. 6'1" freshman has been dominant this year for St. Joseph's. A great recruiting pickup by Coach Flahive and his staff. She's been really terrific this year, leading the league in blocks. Again, broke the St. Joseph's record in the last game they had. And another turnover, this time kind of an unforced turnover. Good defense by St. Joe's, but a traveling violation goes against Nia Miller. So the second, really the third turnover of the game. Again, they hit the middle to Quesada. Now with O'Donnell streaking, passing, goes out of bounds, but it was knocked away. So it'll stay St. Joseph's possession. So St. Joe's doing a nice job finding Lauren Quesada in the middle of the court against the press. And they're just shredding Farmingdale's full court press into easy looks on the other end. So an adjustment has to be made on that Farmingdale press. Maybe go a little different kind of zone or straight man-to-man to cover that middle player. Or just drop back in the half court. Turnover now goes back to Farmingdale this time. St. Joe's is their first turnover of the day. And a beautiful pass, power up, no good. Hunter gets it again, almost got it again. So Hunter misses on the near assist from Antonacci. Good transition defense by Farmingdale to turn back St. Joe's that time and enforce the turnover now. Picked up by Miller, here come the Rams. In and out dribble. Miller had really nowhere to go as Provino did a great job moving her feet and keeping her body in front and cutting off that angle. I thought Miller may have gotten away with what would be a third travel. Instead, Farmingdale will take over. Drive by Hunter, Euro step, back rim no good. Rebounded, tipped over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell might have Provino up front. She keeps it herself. Now she has Quesada streaking down the middle. Pretty good defense by Farmingdale to cut off that pass, which would have been a sure layup. But St. Joe's will keep possession on the traveling violation as the Farmingdale player was on the ground with the ball. And an unforced turnover from Sequeira, carrying violation. Farmingdale will get it back. Still can't get the lid off the basket yet, can the Rams. 3 minutes into this quarter, still have the goose egg on the board. Antonacci, nice pump fake and drive. Good defense by Sequeira to turn her away. Now Antonacci passed up a 3, wants to put it on the floor. Kicks it over to their leading scorer, Zaborowska, who buries the 3 off the cross-court pass from Antonacci. Now St. Joe's having a little more trouble against the press. They'll keep possession, though, on the sideline now. Tough place to inbound the ball. So Farmingdale matching up with the 2 girls in the tandem up front. You find O'Donnell. Now it's Kerr. Bolts up the floor, kicks it to Kylie. Back to O'Donnell, who's trailing the play. And a beautiful layup with plenty of contact that was uncalled. But O'Donnell makes the deuce anyway. So O'Donnell with her first 2 points of the day. And fans will remember that Kelly O'Donnell scored her 1,000th point early this season. She's over 1,300 now for her career. Great long pass up ahead to Provino, and a beautiful jump stop and shot fake for Provino to shake off defense. Can't make the layup, though, and neither can O'Donnell on the follow. There's a whistle on the floor. It's going to be a foul as O'Donnell was trying to rip the ball away from one of the Farmingdale players on that rebound after missing the putback. So O'Donnell will commit her first foul, and that is the first foul in the Hill Center tonight. So 10-3, Bears still with a solid lead here after the three-pointer from Zaborowska. Zaborowska leading the team in three-point percentage at 39%. It's actually good for first in the conference as well. So you can't let number 5 open behind the arc. That time, Miller misses a three, and Kerr will bring it up against a pretty good pressure defense in the backcourt. And another turnover, so Kerr having a little bit of trouble protecting the basketball, and she turns it over again. So St. Joe's, after blasting out of the gate with a very quick 6 points, now staggering a little bit. Still ahead 10-3 though, as they're doing a great job on defense, limiting Farmingdale State and turning them over quite a bit as well. The long three from Antonacci is no good. O'Donnell has the rebound all by herself. And here she comes, takes it over the timeline. Again, looking to score in transition. St. Joe's has been really good with that so far. And another traveling violation will go the other way. A good look from Quesada into Kylie. She could have waited another second for Kylie to set up against defense a little bit. She kind of caught it on the move, tried a reverse spin, and ended up traveling with it a little bit. Sometimes you want to let your 5-man post up against that body right under the basket. She would have had great position. Could have powered it right up with a little drop step or something. In any case, Farmingdale has it again. Another three-point attempt is up and no good. That time it was the just entered Mackenzie Tierney. She's wearing number 12, who missed that last three. So Mackenzie Tierney is a 5'7" sophomore from MacArthur High School in Levittown, not far from the campus of Farmingdale State. O'Donnell has it in the front court. Again, the Bears attacking the Rams as early as they can, try to get some good looks before the Rams get set up their 5-person defense. Blocked by Hunter. O'Donnell gets it back, however. Now O'Donnell wants a three from the corner. She gets knocked down, but makes the three. So O'Donnell has made 2 baskets and has got hit on both of them, but she's 2 for 2 and has yet to see the free throw strike. Here's Hunter up top of the key. She wants that jump shot from the circle, no good. Rebound is fought for by 3 white shirts. It's Sakara who ends up getting it, the shortest of the 3. Nice long bounce pass to Quesada, long 2-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound is knocked away and finally chased down in the corner, and there's a whistle. Well, the official's going to say it went out of bounds before Hunter was able to chase it down in the corner, so the Bears will take over under the Willoughby Avenue baskets. Leading 13-3, up 10 now. Nice bounce pass to Sakara, and she's looking for a cutting Provino who did not drift on that initial pass, kind of stayed up too high. Sakara really should have held on to it or powered it up herself. Zaborowska with the drive, misses it, but Hunter fights for the rebound, and it's finally knocked out of bounds, so a lot of hands on the rebound, getting knocked around. Nia Miller will re-enter the game, their starting point guard. She will replace Alexis Antonacci. Also in the game for Farmingdale is number 22, Jamie Cardenas. Jamie Cardenas, a 5'7" junior from Bay Shore, a transfer from St. Joseph, Long Island, actually, so she played for another team in the same Skyline Conference. Wide open look for Quesada, in and out. Would have been a 3. Rebounded by Cardenas. Cardenas is 5th in the conference in three-point percentage, so you have to watch Cardenas and Zaborowska behind the arc. Here's Cardenas now, open behind the arc, just as I say it. Not able to make this one, though, and Emma Kiley pulls down the rebound with 2 green shirts draped all over her. O'Donnell, shot fake, drive, turn back. Nice skip pass to Provino. The 3 is up, and it's good. So Jamie Provino buries the open 3. Well, with the nice skip pass from O'Donnell, Jamie Provino, who really struggled early this season, now has really turned it on, has upped all of her offensive numbers for sure, and she's playing all the time now, and she deserves it. She's been earning some quality minutes for Coach Flahive. Second field goal of the day, and now it's Hunter as her jump shot rattles home. Left open in the circle. O'Donnell kind of forcing the ball over with the dribble, but she will draw the foul. That foul's going to go against number 5, Anna Zaborowska, and that's a big foul because that is Anna's second foul. She is their leading scorer. She now will have to take a seat on the bench for Coach Delacave, and she is replaced by number 14, Imani Butts, who's back in the lineup. Tierney finds Miller. Miller looking inside. Very small lineup for Farmingdale right now. Long three is up and no good from Butts, and it's rebounded by Provino. So Farmingdale having a really hard time scoring. Only 5 points, 2 field goals today. The three by Zaborowska, and then the jump shot in the circle from Hunter on the 2 possessions ago. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. St. Joe's really in control here so far. Here's O'Donnell. Rejects the screen, finds Quesada. Nothing doing. Oh, now she gets herself loose somehow on a spin move, but a traveling violation is going to be called. Kind of lost her balance. Good defense by Farmingdale, and St. Joe's should have tried to get a little ball reversal on that. Make them work a little bit. Quesada will have a seat, and she is replaced by Samantha Wilbur, number 23, a 5'10 senior from Central Regional High School in Island Heights, New Jersey. So Samantha Wilbur, another good three-point shooter for St. Joe's, is in the game. St. Joe's also got a little bit bigger too. Quesada, terrific rebounder, pretty good size herself, but Wilbur is even bigger. Again, she's 5'10", and Farmingdale with a very small lineup right now. St. Joe's may look to try to take advantage of that. Here's Sakara. Now it's Wilbur. She almost wanted to take the three. Lob pass to the 6'1" Emma Kiley, and yes, St. Joe's does try to take advantage of the size mismatch right now between Kiley, O'Donnell, and Wilbur now. They have the 3 biggest girls on the floor as it stands, and Anna Zaborowska, 5'9", one of the bigger girls on Farmingdale, is on the bench with 2 fouls. Also their leading scorer once again. Tough shot, no good. Good defense by Kiley. O'Donnell has it. She got to finally clears the defense. Kicked ahead to Wilbur. Wilbur, the rare drive, gets knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay St. Joseph's possession. Just under a minute remaining in the first quarter. It's 18-5. St. Joe's with just a dominant quarter so far. Looking to add to that lead on the inbounds play. Here's Wilbur. She's going to drive it. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell wants a three from the right corner this time. This time is no good. Great back tap from Kiley to Sakara. And kick back to Kiley inside. What a beautiful offensive play by St. Joe's. Emma Kiley and Desiree Sakara. So add another assist to Sakara's total. Another bucket to Kiley's. Beautiful job by St. Joe's, and Farmingdale with this smaller lineup really just not able to challenge St. Joseph's bigger and skilled players. Here's O'Donnell. Draws 2 defenders. Great kick out to Provino. She'll get a ball reversal. Kiley wants a shot. No good. 16 seconds left in the quarter. O'Donnell hits the front floor again. She's getting beat up today. 12 seconds left. Long skip pass to Tierney. Bounce pass isn't handled. 5 seconds. They got to do something quick. Deflection, 2 seconds, and it's out of bounds with 1.7 seconds remaining. And St. Joe's will get possession. So they're leading by 15, 20-5 right now. Alexis Antonacci's in the game now for defensive purposes, I would imagine, with 1.7 seconds remaining. Provino will inbound it. We'll see if St. Joe's tries to get a shot off of this or just is content to run it out. O'Donnell tries to shoot it, but really had nothing there from behind half court. In any case, St. Joe's will close out one of their best quarters they've had all season, I would say. They lead 20-5, so they did it in many different ways. Did a great job breaking pressure early and getting some early looks against that press, and they're moving the ball well. Late in the quarter, Farmingdale had to take out some of their bigger girls, most notably Hunter and Zaborowska, and with the small lineup really struggled against St. Joe's as they were able to extend their lead to obviously now a game-high 15 points. Leading scorer for St. Joe's is Emma Kiley. She has 10 points to go along with 6 rebounds in just the first 10 minutes of play. She is 5 of 7 from the floor. Kelly O'Donnell has 5 points, and Jamie Provino has 5 points. Overall, St. Joe's is 9 of 18, so a solid, very solid 50% from the floor, and they're 2 of 4 from three-point land. They've also out-rebounded Farmingdale in that quarter by an astonishing 21-3 in that corner. So Farmingdale only with 3 rebounds in the quarter. They were led in scoring by Anna Zaborowska's 3 points, and again, they only have 5, so she made that three-pointer, and the other deuce went to Alexis Hunter, who again was on the bench at the end of the quarter. So Farmingdale will come out in the second quarter, trailing by 15 with the same smallish lineup. Tiani McLeod is in. She's a 5'8" freshman from Brentwood. So she's got some size, but again, just a freshman. And she's still, at best, the 4th tallest player on the floor right now, as St. Joe's comes out with the same lineup that they ended the quarter with. 4 starters who I don't think he has even been out yet, except Wilbur is in for Casada, I should say. And Farmingdale comes out the second quarter hot with a 3-pointer from Antonacci, and the full court press is on, looking to get some momentum swinging their way in this quarter. Wilbur will bring it over the timeline. Now she's double teamed at half court, so a nice adjustment by Coach Delicave at the end of the quarter to put in something different. They made the 3, got some momentum, put a little run and jump in on the first dribble over half court. Samantha Wilbur, not usually one of the ball handlers, was the one who brought it over, so a good job by Farmingdale. Not able to get the turnover, but St. Joe's will take possession, and now they've got something to think about. Provino lobs it into O'Donnell. Wilbur finds herself open from 3, a little bit short. Rebound is knocked away, pulled down by Sakara, so they'll get it back. Wilbur will take a 3 from the left wing this time. The sidewinder shot is no good, and it's picked up now as Antonacci. We've heard her name quite a bit. Hustling type player who can make shots, as we just saw on that last possession. Antonacci entering this game at 9.9 points per game. She's only 5'4", but she averages almost 4.5 rebounds a game as well, so you know she's a hard worker. Tierney stepped through the double team. Good. Pretty move by Mackenzie Tierney. The little Euro step to split the 2 defenders and banks home the layup. So Farmingdale with the first 2 buckets of the second quarter after only having 2 in the whole first quarter. St. Joe's still holding on to a 10-point lead, 20-10 now. So they made a 3 and a 2 in the entire first 10 minutes, and they've made a 3 and a 2 already in the first minute and a half of this quarter. Breaking pressure again is Sakara. She finds O'Donnell, doesn't really have it. Good job recovering out of the press from Farmingdale, but Provino finds herself open from downtown, can't put it home. But another offensive rebound, and the rebounding numbers are just huge for St. Joe's. That time it was Sakara with the rebound and found Kylie. Kylie will earn a trip to the free throw line, as that foul is going to go against number 22, Jamie Cardenas. That is her first. And the second on Farmingdale. First free throw is good for Kylie. Second free throw is in and out, and St. Joe's had all of their other players back talking to Coach Flahive, so there was no chance at an offensive rebound there unless Kylie were to get it herself. And as good a rebounder as she is, she wasn't going to get it over 4 Farmingdale defenders. Nice shot, fake and drive, step back, jump shot, good. Beautiful shot, Alexis Antonacci. And a near steal for Farmingdale against it with the full court press. So St. Joe's now struggling a bit after they sliced up this press in the first quarter. Number 11, Zaria Witherspoon is in the game, a 5'10" junior from Hillcrest High School, and another transfer from Queensboro Community College, so a little more size on the floor for Farmingdale. They'll have the ball off the turnover. Now trailing by just 9. Tierney driving with the left. That's probably a travel, and it is a travel. I heard the whistle. She looked like she got herself open, but she definitely shuffled her feet. And here's that full court press again. Everybody's, I was going to say, that long pass might be there. They almost had it because all the Farmingdale players were up almost face guarding their men. 3 from Wilbur is an air ball, and it will go back to Farmingdale off the rebound. So a lot of momentum going Farmingdale's way now, and Anna Zaborowska is back in the game. They're really their leading scorer, so she was on the bench with 2 fouls early. Now she's in the game, so Farmingdale looking to capitalize on this early momentum. Ball is kicked away, and O'Donnell will pick it up. You talk about an unforced turnover. Zaborowska was running by Antonacci, was dribbling it, and the ball is hit off her foot. I've seen people dribble off their own foot, but never off a teammate's. And the officials are conferring about something. So I guess that ended up being a jump ball call as O'Donnell tried to pick it up against pressure. Antonacci thought she was going to hoist that three. She's been hot. Here's Butts now up top. Drives on O'Donnell, kicks it back. Zaborowska, open three is up and in and out, no good. Ball is knocked away. It's going to go the other way. That time O'Donnell took a shot in the back of the head trying to rebound that ball. Foul's going to go against Amani Butts. That's her second. And the third now. O'Donnell was wide open long. I don't think Trevino can make that pass, though. Especially with the defender right up on her, inbounding the ball. Long skip pass to O'Donnell. Drives, lifts it up off glass. No good, but a whistle will send O'Donnell to the free throw line. So a nice skip pass from Desiree Sakara. A really good passer, obviously averaging over 6 assists a game. That foul's going to go against Butts as well. So she just picked up her second foul on the last possession. And before she could get to the bench, she picked up her third, and she will head to the bench now as O'Donnell sets up for what should be a 2-shot foul. And a little strange, I thought they had to wait till after the first shot of a 2-shot foul to make the sub, but they were able to do so. O'Donnell misses. So coming up empty. St. Joe's have missed their last 3 free throws. They've only scored 1 point this quarter. It was 20-5 at the beginning of this quarter. Now 21-12. So St. Joe's struggling a bit on defense and really struggling on offense. But Wilbur will say, put an end to that with a 3-point shot. First field goal of the second half, 6:45 remaining in the quarter, I should say. Wilbur with the 3 gets St. Joe's off the schneid, hopefully. And number 11, Zaria Witherspoon, will answer with a short 2-point jump shot of her own. O'Donnell, jump shot in the lane, no good. Nice jump stop and jump shot, but not able to find the mark. So O'Donnell, and she'll be whistled, I think, for an offensive foul, if I'm not mistaken, and she is. So after the miss, she went after that offensive rebound a little too hard, and she will pick up her second foul. So everything went St. Joe's way in the first quarter. Now everything's going Farmingdale's way. O'Donnell picking up her second foul, so the 2 leading scorers on both teams, each with 2 fouls, both in the game now, and O'Donnell gets a deflection, goes out of bounds. 12 on the shot clock as Farmingdale will inbound it. We'll get our first look at Lauren Duggan, number 21 for St. Joe's, replacing Kelly O'Donnell. Doug is a 5'9" sophomore from St. Xavier High School in Breezy Point, New York. Jump shot from Witherspoon, no good this time. Kylie with the rebound. Here comes Sakara, always pushing pace with the ball. Nice one-handed pass to Wilbur. Jump shot, corner, back rim, no good. Rebound's knocked around, finally pulled down by Nia Miller, and she's off to the races. But plenty of white shirts back. And Antonacci will have it way behind the 3-point line. Sakara definitely giving her that shot from a step behind the 3-point line. Blocked by Kylie, rebound Provino. Here comes St. Joe. Provino gets tripped. So looked like she stumbled a bit as she was trying to clear defense, but she was tripped by number 3, Alexis Antonacci. That should be a 1-on-1, I think. I think that's the 5th foul, and it is. So that was the 15th foul, only the first on Antonacci. So Jamie Provino will head to the free throw line. She enters the game only a 63% shooter. She's really a better shooter than that, but she struggled a bit from the charity stripe. And again, St. Joe's won't have any players on the line as Coach Flahive giving the other 4 non-shooting players some instructions on the defensive end of the court. First free throw from Provino is nothing but net. So it's Provino, Sakara, Lauren Duggan joining Samantha Wilbur and Emma Kiley for St. Joe's. Second free throw is again nothing but net. So sure as I said it, Jamie Provino shoots it very well from the free throw line. 26-14 now. The Bears, who led by as many as 15, had it cut to 9 at one point. And Alexis Hunter's back in the game, the leading rebounder on this team. Dangerous pass cross court. 10 on the shot clock. Hunter mishandles the ball. Coach Flahive wanted a turnover. Didn't get it. But Kylie gets the rebound off the Hunter miss. Sakara kicks it ahead to Wilbur. Wilbur's wide open for another three, and no good. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball is going to be called as Miller and Duggan were wrestling for it. Ball will stay St. Joseph's possession. Just under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter here. Still a 12-point lead for St. Joe's. They've settled down a bit after a shaky beginning of the quarter. That's a shaky pass right there. Luckily, Sakara able to get it. Duggan's first attempt today is no good. Rebound by Miller. Miller wants to push it as well. She's pretty quick with the ball, and she does a good job keeping her head up as she dribbles and finding open teammates, as she did right there for Anna Zaborowska. Not able to connect. Nice, strong rebound from Wilbur. Duggan thought about shooting a 35-footer. Instead, travels with it, looking for Kylie inside off the dribble. Kylie leading all scorers with 11 now, to go along with 8 rebounds as well. Kelly O'Donnell has 9 rebounds today. And again, I said overall, they were up 21-3 in the rebounding battle after the first quarter. Right now, St. Joe's leading 29-10 in rebounds. So Farmingdale State getting there little by little. Nice little push off from Miller. Gets away with it. Almost made the layup as well. Wilbur with another rebound. So Wilbur giving some strong minutes for Coach Flahive off the bench. Long three from Duggan, back rim, rebound, knocked away from Kylie, but picked up by Duggan. And Sakara will reset. Driving left, gets it knocked away. A little wraparound play. And Mackenzie Tierney will re-enter the game for the Rams, replacing Alexis Antonacci. Sakara will inbound it against the still man-to-man defense of the Rams. Three-point attempt from Kylie is good. Buries it off the back rim, and a little smile on her face as she comes down the court. Not known as a three-point shooter, although she has made some this year. She's certainly able to. That is her second three-point make of the season. Only 1 of 6 coming into the game, so she could have a huge game. She could have a huge game, and all she's going to remember is that three-point shot. She's having a huge game, actually. Witherspoon will head to the free throw line after being fouled, and that is going to go against Sakara, right? Number 5, Desiree Sakara's first foul. And that should be the 3rd on St. Joseph's this quarter, I believe. Or the 2nd. Witherspoon makes the 2nd free throw. And we get our first look today, and my first look this season, at number 12, Lisa Losciavo. So she's starting to get used a little bit more for St. Joe's, a 5'6" sophomore from Harrison High School. I'm sorry, not Harrison High School. I'm reading the wrong one. She's from Malvern, New York, and Valley Stream North High School, a 5'8" junior. Lisa Losciavo. So seldom used, but she's starting to get a little more time now. She was injured last year, I believe, for much of the season, or almost all the season. Another jump ball. We've had quite a few jump balls today, so the possession arrow operator earning his money today. 2:59 to go, still 29-15, a 14-point lead now. So after Farmingdale clawed their way back to cut it to single digits, kind of falling behind a little bit now, late in the quarter. Zaborowska can't handle the dribble, and another jump ball is going to be called. Surprise. Nice hustle by Wilbur on defense. Antonacci is back in the game after a very quick rest, and Anna Zaborowska will have a seat. Zaborowska struggling today. Only 1 of 5 from the floor. It was a three-pointer she made, but only 1 rebound as well. Zaborowska, 13.4 points a game coming into this game, again leading the team. Losciavo not able to handle it, but it bounced off Miller's body on the way out, so St. Joe's will keep possession. Again, leading by 14. Losciavo inbounds it to Provino, looks into Kylie. The lob pass to Kylie, and she is going to be fouled and head to the foul line. As she was pushed, she was double teamed in the post. So Provino threw the lob pass to Kylie, and it was 2 defenders. At least one of them pushed her, and foul's going to go against number 12, Mackenzie Tierney. And again, St. Joe's taking everyone off the line. I don't think I love that idea because the shooters are used to seeing players on the line, and it certainly is not paying off as St. Joe's has shot horribly this quarter from the free throw line. Kylie is, I believe, 1 of 4 now from the free throw line, and even Kelly O'Donnell, who's a terrific free throw shooter, is 0 for 2 this quarter. I get the idea of Coach Flahive trying to instruct the other girls on defense, but it sounds like a small thing, but when you're shooting and you're used to, shooting a certain way at the free throw line and you have your routine and your rhythm, it's weird to only see players from the other team on the line in your peripheral vision, I guess. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Lauren Casada is finally back in the game. She had a long rest, but she's back in with 2:15 to go in the first half, replacing Emma Kiley, who's getting her first rest. So Kiley and O'Donnell on the bench. O'Donnell with the 2 fouls, understandable. Kiley, that was just her first that she just committed now. 3rd on St. Joe's this quarter. Antonacci, a little short this time. Rebound by Duggan, who's given some pretty good minutes to St. Joe's as well off the bench. Finds Casada, drives left, through traffic, gets hit, gets fouled, and gets a seat on the floor as she is knocked down once again. So you always have to worry when Casada gets knocked down. She has battled through many, many injuries. A walking mash unit is Lauren Casada. And we'll see if she can make the free throws with only green shirts in front of her. Casada, 64% free throw shooter, entering today. These are her first attempts this afternoon and makes a liar out of me. So she makes the first, which is good for her. Only her first points today. Again, played very few minutes. Makes the second, though, so she's 2 for 2 to extend the lead to 16, which is the biggest lead of the game right now. Hunter inside against Casada. Good defense by Casada. Good spin move by Hunter. And can't make the layup, but she'll head to the free throw line. So Hunter trying to make some back to the basket moves happen. One of the bigger, stronger interior players for Farmingdale. Now, she didn't catch the ball as close as she wanted to, so it was going to be a tough shot no matter what. Foul goes against Casada, her first, 4th on St. Joe's. First free throw is lined in by Hunter. Alexis Hunter, only a 44% free throw shooter entering the game. She's 44% from the field, which is a good number. 44% from the free throw line, though, not as good. And she's 1 of 2, true to her percentage. Here's Casada, kicks it out to Wilbur. Wanted the 3, didn't get it, but a blocking foul by Hunter on the hard closeout, so I understand Hunter closing out hard on Wilbur, who loves to shoot the 3. That time a little too aggressive, and she'll pick up her second foul, will Alexis Hunter. Wilbur coming into the game at 31% from three-point range. She also makes her first free throw. Wilbur is 22 of 70 on the season entering today from three-point land, so a strong three-point shooter and a strong free throw shooter today. I might as well mention she's 7 of 9 coming into the game, and now she's made 2 more. So Wilbur comes in, gives some good minutes, puts her points on the board when she gets her opportunities, that time 2 from the free throw line. She's got 5 today now. Tipped away by Luciavo. Not able to get it, though. Antonacci with a nice pass out to Miller. Good recovery by St. Joe's. Now here's an open look from Tierney just inside the three-point line, and it's good. Only a 2 for Tierney, but a nice ball reversal from Farmingdale. Finds an open shooter. Bears playing pretty good defense now. They're just 1 rotation short on that last possession. Need a little more extra anticipation as this time they turn the ball over. Pass over the head of Duggan, and Farmingdale will take over now, trailing by 15. 50 seconds to go in the half. Nice drive, foul, and bucket. Antonacci has really been the one bright spot, certainly by far the brightest spot for Coach Delacave and the Rams. Nice drive there. Foul will go against number 12, Lisa Luciavo, her first. Antonacci from the free throw line is good. So she completes the three-point play. And the full court presses on with 48 seconds to go. 18-second differential on the shot clock to game clock. And only a 12-point lead now for St. Joe's. So Farmingdale finishing this half strong. I should say finishing the second quarter strong, as they started the second quarter very strong as well. St. Joe was able to extend that lead in that middle portion, which was as much as 16. Now again, just down to 12. St. Joe's looking to get some momentum here heading into the locker room themselves. Nice kick out from Casada. A wide open Duggan, that's way off. And a foul, we're gonna go the other way as Lociavo went over the back of Antonacci on the rebound attempt. So Casada took a hard hit on that drive, but was able to hook the ball out to a wide open Lauren Duggan. And Duggan's gotta learn to start making that shot. It's still a young player, but that's the shot they need. So good job drawing defense by St. Joe's and kicking it out to the open shooters. That foul goes against Lociavo, as I said. That's her second. First free throw is in and out for Antonacci. Entering the game, she was 11 of 13 for the season coming in. So she is a good free throw shooter. That's good for 85%. And she makes the second. Presses on again. Now only like a 2-second differential on the shot clock. 27 on the game clock right now. Only an 11-point lead for St. Joe's. They could use one more basket here and a stop to end the half. Wilbur on the drive, lost it, but was knocked out of bounds. So it'll stay St. Joseph's ball. 14.7 seconds remaining, 13 on the shot clock. So they could essentially hold for the last shot if they choose. Provina will inbound it under the St. Joseph's basket. Here's Casada driving. And another kick out after drawing 3 defenders this time. Duggan with a long 3, this time just off the mark. Rebounds knocked away, 5 on the shot clock. Farmingdale has it. 3, 2, over half court. Antonacci, a long pull from just over half court is no good as the horn sounds to signal the end of the first half. So an up and down half, mostly up for St. Joe's, but we'll go into the locker room with an 11-point lead on the Bear side. It's 33-22. And we'll be right back with some halftime stats. We'll go around the skyline and bring you some more updates on some of the other action in the league. And we'll be right back in just a moment. You are watching St. Joseph's College basketball. is visiting St. Joe's of Long Island. I was mentioning about the stats a little bit earlier. St. Joe's, again, the top three teams, Mount St. Mary, Manhattanville, and Merchant Marine Academy, are kind of way ahead. They're like 4 games ahead of everybody. They have all clinched playoff berths. So the 3 of the 6 playoff berths have been decided. After that, St. Joe's is next at 9-6. So USMMA and Manhattanville are both 14-2. They're second and third. St. Joe's is 9-6. College of Mount St. Vincent and Old Westbury are both 8-7, so just 1 game behind. Mount St. Vincent does not play today, but Old Westbury again is visiting Patchogue and St. Joe's of Long Island a little bit later. They tip off at 3. After that comes Farmingdale, the team we have here today. They're 6-9, so they have a little bit of work to do to catch up. But right now, the playoff picture is the top 3 that are clinched. And right now, it's St. Joe's, Mount St. Vincent, and Old Westbury. After that, Farmingdale is 2 games behind. So it could end with those 6. We'll see. Only time will tell. But in the meantime, we will have to get back to this game. And one thing I do want to mention, I did not have one of the officials' names, and I have it now. So the officials tonight are officially John Fitzpatrick, Michael Van Gelder Jr., and Jalal Quaice. So Jalal Quaice is the official's name that I did not have earlier. Farmingdale State will have the first possession. They have the same 5 starters that they opened the game with, as does St. Joe's, and St. Joe's will be back in their half-court man-to-man defense. We've seen only half-court defense. I'm sorry, we've seen only man-to-man defense in the half court. We have seen some pressure from Farmingdale, and that first miss from Hunter will fall into the hands of the defensive rebounding Kelly O'Donnell. So St. Joe's will have their first possession of the half. Good reversal this time from St. Joe's. Sometimes they struggle with ball reversal. They'll bring the ball to one side of the court and just kind of try to force something with a little 2-man game on one side. That time they got it around. And a tough pass to catch from Casada, who's able to get a hand on it. O'Donnell picks it up and forces up a real difficult shot. Ticks it out to Provino. Big 3 is no good. But another offensive rebound for St. Joe's. This time it's Lauren Casada who is fouled and will hit to the free throw line for 2 free throw attempts. So the offensive rebounding for St. Joe's is continuing this half. And that is going to be the 3rd foul on number 5, Anna Zaborowska. First free throw from Casada is no good. Kind of just caught it and put it up quick. She's now 2 of 3 today, so Zaborowska, I should say, her 3rd foul. So she has really struggled today as Casada makes the 2nd free throw to extend the St. Joe's lead back to 12. Farmingdale State now. The driving Miller finds Hunter. Hunter powering it up, and it's fouled by Provino. Pretty good foul, because once Hunter got there, right under the rim, really all he could do was foul or watch her make a layup. So Hunter will head to the free throw line. Only Provino's first foul, so no real harm on that one. First foul on St. Joe's. Hunter again, shaky from the free throw line. 44% entering the game, and she misses the first after going 1 of 2 in the first half. Entering the game, she is 41 of 93, ouch, from the free throw line. Second attempt is in and out, though. That was close. So she's 1 of 4 today. Coach Flahai will have to keep that in the memory banks for later in the game in case it's close and you need the ball back. Another 3-point attempt for Kylie. She made one in the first half. This time she's off the mark. But another offensive rebound for Casada. They get 2 points anyway. It's 36-22 now after the putback from Casada. Another nice kick out from Miller. So Miller doing a nice job penetrating and kicking as well. But Hunter was off the mark on the jump shot, and now a foul in the backcourt will keep the ball with St. Joe's. And that is the 4th foul on Imani Butts. So Zaborowska with 3, Imani Butts now with 4. Long pass, almost stolen. There's going to be a blocking foul called. I thought they might have tried to call Kerr for a travel. Sometimes on those plays where you don't see the defender setting up in front of you on a long pass, you'll shuffle your feet quick. Foul will go against want to say Alexis Hunter. I'm not sure that's right, though, because it's not on the board as that way. I'll find out what that is. I think it's against Alexis Hunter. Should be her second. Layup from O'Donnell's no good. And another offensive rebound from Quesada. She has 3 consecutive make it 4 consecutive offensive rebounds for Lauren Quesada. The 3-pointer from Kerr is way off. And it was a bad air ball, but we're gonna give her a break. It was her first shot of the day, so I mean she's got to be a little rusty. As much as she does on this St. Joseph's team, she doesn't shoot it a lot. So Farmingdale will take their turn here on offense. It's Antonacci, who's had a very good game. Really the only Ram who's played well consistently anyway. Miller wants the 3, way off, rebounded by Sakara. So Sakara filling up the stat sheet except for the scoring column and the field goal attempt column. O'Donnell will look to fill up the field goal attempt column as she misses a 3 this time though. Rebound by Farmingdale. Zaborowska still in the game with 3 fouls. Long jump shot from Antonacci is off the back rim, and Miller hustles after the rebound, gets it back to Antonacci. I should mention that Imani Butts, after she picked up her 4th foul, was replaced by Mackenzie Tierney, number 12. Hunter powering it up on Kylie, this time able to score, turning left, shooting right. Little unorthodox move, but enough to get the job done. So that cuts the St. Joseph's lead to 14 as they inbound against this full court press. And it looks like a turnover here for Tierney. And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Nia Miller, as St. Joe's now struggling a little bit against Farmingdale's pressure. That time, the long passes are tough against pressure, especially up the sideline, because a lot of times that's where they'll have people looking to run and jump the passing lanes. That time, they almost connected on it, but it got kind of knocked away, and Tierney dove on the floor for it, and they will secure their possession with the timeout call. So it's 38-24, 6:34 remaining in the third quarter now. Emma Kiley has 16 points and 10 rebounds to lead all scorers. Kelly O'Donnell, however, has 11 rebounds, but only 5 points right now. She's 2 of 10 from the floor, but certainly contributing in the many ways that she often contributes. Farmingdale will take the ball out of bounds after the timeout. Zaborowska, again, with still 3 fouls on the floor, will inbound it for the Rams. And St. Joe's in their man-to-man. It's Provino guarding Miller up top at the point guard position. Little dribble weave action from Farmingdale. Now they look inside to Hunter. Hunter's been doing a pretty good job in the interior. Pass it out, and a block by Kiley. And here's Provino with the rebound. Kicks it ahead to Sakara on the left side. Kicks it to O'Donnell, streaking down the middle. She loses the ball, but Kiley's on the floor for it. She also loses it, and the ball gets knocked around. A foul will be called against Desiree Sakara. She kind of collided with Antonacci as Antonacci was trying to pick that one up. That will be the second foul on Sakara, and the second on St. Joe's. So Alexis Hunter has 3 fouls as well. That was the mistake earlier. They put 2 up on the board. That's what confused me. She does have 3 now. And a nice steal from O'Donnell. Kicks it way up ahead to Provino, a little too far ahead as it sails out of bounds. Closer to DeKalb Avenue than O'Donnell would have wanted. Here comes Miller pushing it up against the unsuspecting defense of St. Joe's. They weren't really ready. But now they're ready as Sakara is up in the grill of Antonacci, but Antonacci gets it knocked away by Sakara. So nice defense by Desiree to knock it away. It'll stay Farmingdale's ball with 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Antonacci will inbound it. St. Joe still in their man-to-man defense. It's been very effective so far, only 24 points in the game for Farmingdale. Long 3 from Antonacci off the back rim. Rebound is torn out of the hands of O'Donnell by Miller, and Tierney able to pick up the loose ball, and a turnover now for St. Joe's going back to Farmingdale as the inbounder stepped over the line before she was able to pass the ball inbounds. That was Provino out of bounds. So the lead is cut to 12 on the last layup, and now Farmingdale gets another chance, and they get 2 points closer as Zaborowski's layup rolls all the way around the rim and finds its way home. Plus the foul, she'll head to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play. And if she does, this deficit will be back to single digits. Foul was against Lauren Casada. Zaborowski not able to hit though, so it's still a 10-point advantage for St. Joe's. That was keep saying Sakara. It's Lauren Casada's second foul. They both have 2, so it's hard to mess that up. Now St. Joe's looking to get some momentum back on their end. Here's Provino dribbling up top. She's turned away. St. Joe's got the switch they wanted. They got the defensive switch they wanted with the much smaller Antonacci matched up with O'Donnell after that exchange. It'll stay St. Joe's ball after the foul that goes against Mackenzie Tierney. That's her second, 4th on Farmingdale. 4:52 remaining now. Farmingdale with a burst of offense got them right back in this game. And a wide open O'Donnell will increase the lead. So Farmingdale missed an assignment on the under out of bounds defense as O'Donnell found herself wide open for the layup. That increases the lead back to 12, 40-28. And St. Joe's will get another opportunity to increase this lead again on the traveling violation. So St. Joe's will get the ball back. Provino the inbounder. Sakara has it, and they'll clear out so he can dribble it up against the man-to-man. Good crossover dribble by Sakara. She loses it, though, gets it back, bounce pass to Kylie's knocked away and picked up by Casada. And a foul's going to be called on the floor as Hunter going after that ball that Casada eventually picked up. Hunter fell on top of Casada's leg, so that'll be a foul on Hunter. That is her 4th. So Hunter, playing with 3, picks up her 4th. Imani Butts already has 4. And Zaborowska is playing with 3 now. So Coach Delicave, seeing that he needs his better scores on the floor, and he's going to take that risk, that gamble, hoping they don't all foul out. But Hunter, now with 4, is going to have to come out of the game as it's still only the middle of the 3rd quarter. Casada makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good. Now I have Hunter for 4 fouls. I may be wrong. The board now has 3 again, so it may only be her 3rd, so let's not jump the gun yet. In any case, Coach Delicave has taken her out of the game. And Tierney able to connect on a nice offensive move to cut the lead back to 12 now. O'Donnell gets to the middle, jump stop, lifts it up, no good, gets her own rebound, but it's a foul before. We're going to go the other way. That foul's going against St. Joe's. And it's going to go against Lauren Casada, who's whistled for a push on the rebound after the first miss from O'Donnell. So O'Donnell having a lot of trouble offensively finding the scoring touch. That's the 4th foul on St. Joe's and the 3rd on Lauren Casada. So a little bit of foul trouble on the St. Joe's side as well now. Witherspoon, who just got in the game on that last whistle, not able to hit on that jump shot. Here's Provino pushing it, and she loses it. Should have been a foul call, didn't get it. Miller has it. Drives on Sakara, and a foul is going to be called. Offensive foul. So I wasn't sure how he was going to go. Could have went either way. But the baseline referee, Michael Van Gelder Jr., whistled it the other way. Coach Delicave understandably doesn't like it. Personally, I thought Sakara was moving to the side. I'm not sure that should have been a charge. But sometimes when the offensive player is so out of control and creates the contact, it can still be an offensive foul. Dangerous pass against pressure. Sakara, though, doing a nice job hauling down that pass, and she gets fouled. That foul's going against Alexis Antonacci. That is her 2nd. St. Joe's in the bonus now with 3:30 to go in the quarter. And again, the new strategy of pulling all the offensive players off the line works this time as Sakara able to make her first free throw. Sakara now 5 of 6 from the line. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I'm reading that wrong. 1 of 2 from the line after that one. She is still yet to score. Oh, I'm sorry, that was her first point. Yet to score a field goal, I should say. She's only taken one. Antonacci, she'll take this three. No good. Rebound by Quesada. Quesada cleaning up the glass today. She's got 7 rebounds now. And a great hesitation and layup from Emma Kiley. So she hesitated with the ball to let the defense get past and then able to power it up. And Kiley, the leading scorer today, she's got 18 to go along with her 10 rebounds for another double-double. So back to a 15-point lead after it was cut to 10 on the Zaborowska layup off that inbound play. She actually was fouled on the play, but not able to convert the free throw, which would have cut it to 9. So it got as close as 10, 38-28. And now St. Joe's has extended the lead once again. So Farmingdale keeps fighting back, not able to quite get it closer than 9 or 10, but St. Joe's then doing a great job extending the lead. And this I like to see too. This is not the first time this has happened. So Desiree Sequeira and Alexis Antonacci, two of the harder working players out here, two of the smaller players, but they really throw their bodies around and kind of get it done, and filling up the stat sheets, have multiple times now dove on the floor for loose balls kind of into each other. And what I like is that they respect each other's hustle, even though they're beating each other up quite a bit, and they're getting up and, you know, smiling and giving each other handshakes, knowing like they respect the hustle play on either side. Antonacci, 3 of 12 today for 9 points, so she's done a lot. Hasn't gone crazy scoring, but really one of the few bright spots offensively for Farmingdale. She's a tough little player, Antonacci. Now we look into Witherspoon against Kiley. Jump shot, good. So nice touch from Witherspoon. She's made a couple of jump shots in and around the foul line area, maybe just a step inside the foul line. And she's got another bucket here on that play. So Kiley will have to guard her a little closer. Now Kiley goes up against Witherspoon and is fouled. Kiley powers it all the way under the rim. And Witherspoon has committed her first foul. Kiley now with 18 points. 2 free throws coming. First one is good, so knocking on the door of a 20-10 game. St. Joe's only 4 of 20 from three-point range, so they typically like to live behind a three-point line. Today, that hasn't been what's given them this lead. Emma Kiley has been part of what's given them this lead. She has 20 now of the 47 points. And again, 10 rebounds. And I'm going to say only, but for her, only 2 blocks. She averages, she's leading the league in blocks. She averages almost 4 a game. Witherspoon drives on Kiley, puts it up, and is fouled. So Kiley could have just kept her hands up. She put one hand down, and once you start swiping down toward the ball, it's kind of an easy call for the ref if you make any kind of contact. Wasn't hard contact, but enough that it does look like a foul. If she just kept her hands up and made Witherspoon take a tough shot over her, she wouldn't have gotten the foul call. It's only the second on Kiley, though. And that will put Farmingdale in the bonus. Witherspoon, 62% free throw shooter entering the game, misses the first. Witherspoon has 5 points and 5 rebounds. Second free throw is good, though. Witherspoon 1 for 2 to cut the lead to 14. Number 24, Tiani McLeod, is back in the game. And a full timeout will be called on the floor here. A couple substitutions coming in right now. And we'll step back so you can enjoy once again the St. Joseph's Diamonds. So we're going to head out after the timeout with Sakara, Provino, Casada, O'Donnell, and Kiley for St. Joe's, and they'll inbound the ball against more full court pressure from the Rams. Provino having trouble getting it in, finally finds Casada, gets it back to Sakara, who's streaking up the floor, blowing by all the green shirts. And she stepped on the sideline, so we're going to go the other way. So Sakara pushing it up the far side sideline, blowing by defenders, as she often does. Unfortunately stepped out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Farmingdale State as they trail by 14. 1:30 to go in the third quarter. St. Joe's really in command most of this game. After a real early hot start, they were up 10-3 to start the game, and 20-5 after the end of the first quarter. So this is really the marquee matchup, Antonacci and Sakara up top. Here's Miller against Provino. Nice little bounce pass to McLeod, who misses the layup attempt, rebounded by Lauren Casada. So Casada still doing a lot of damage on the glass. Here's a turnover, and Miller, who also likes to push the ball up with the dribble, kicks it to Antonacci. Shot fake, drives, slide step to the left. Jump shot good from the right hand elbow. 12-point game now, and a foul in the backcourt. And again, the strong play from Antonacci and Sakara going really one-on-one against each other. You're going to re-watch this game, and I'm sure you will, over and over, to hear this quality broadcasting. To keep an eye on that matchup between Sakara and Antonacci, as you'll see a lot of fun basketball being played between those two. First free throw was good for Sakara. It was the third foul on Antonacci. Second free throw for Sakara is off the front rim, rebounded by Zaborowska. So a 13-point lead. Farmingdale looking to cut into it here in one of the final possessions of the half. 33 seconds to go. Three-pointer for Antonacci is good, so they do cut into this lead. St. Joe's will get another chance. Shot clock is off. 26 remaining in the quarter, I should say. Here comes Sakara. It's a 10-point game once again, so Farmingdale once again has clawed their way back into striking distance. Lob pass to Kiley. Power up against McLeod. She's fouled. Not able to hit, though, and she'll head to the free throw line. That foul should be against Tiani McLeod, and that'll be her first, as it is. And Kiley will head to the free throw line. She's struggled from the line so far today. Only 3 of 6, but she's made that one to increase the lead to 11. 13.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Kiley's second free throw is front rim, no good. McLeod pulls down the rebound. One more chance for Farmingdale. 10 seconds to go. Miller brings it over the timeline, guarded by Provino. 6 seconds. Antonacci finds herself behind the three-point arc. Step back, 3, 2 seconds, 1. No good, and Casada will pull down the final rebound of the third quarter as St. Joe's will head to the bench, leading 49-38. Leading scorers for St. Joseph's is the 21 points from Emma Kiley. She also has 10 rebounds and 2 blocks today. She's 8 of 11 from the floor, and she has made her second three-point shot of the season. I'm sure she'll appreciate me mentioning that. Kelly O'Donnell has 7 points and 12 rebounds today. So having a little bit of trouble finding the bottom of the net, but certainly pulling down plenty of second chance opportunities for St. Joseph's. Jamie Provino also has 7 points, as does Lauren Casada now. And of the 7 points for Casada, 5 of them came from the free throw line. Desiree Sakara has 2 points. Both of those are from the free throw line. And Samantha Wilbur has 5. 15 of 44 for 34% for St. Joe's. Only 4 of 20 from downtown. And a relatively mediocre 15 of 24 from the free throw line. That needs to get better too. For Farmingdale, they're led by Alexis and Antonacci. She has 14 points in the game. She's only 2 of 10 from three-point range, though. Of her 15 shots, 10 are from behind the arc. Mackenzie Tierney has 8 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Witherspoon has 6. Zaborowska has only 5. And Hunter has only 5. Hunter comes into this game not only the leading rebounder at 8.2 rebounds per game, she's also coming in at 11.2 points. So Hunter and Zaborowska have really been silenced offensively. We'll see if they can get it going in the fourth quarter to cut into this Now 11-point deficit for Farmingdale. Sakara defended once again by Antonacci. Finds O'Donnell. Another player looking to get hot is Kelly O'Donnell. She's got 7 only in the first 3 quarters. Comes in the conference's leading scorer at 20.5 points per game. Kylie not able to make either of her 2 layup attempts under pressure. Here's Miller. Antonacci has it now. And some nice cutting from the weak side, that time from Zaborowska to create an opportunity for Hunter, who goes up and makes it. Again, driving left, shooting right. So a little unorthodox move for Hunter. She's able to score, though, over the 6'1" Emma Kiley. Quesada has it now, or almost had it, but she's fouled. The ball was knocked away. That'll be the first foul of the quarter against either team. This time it's Farmingdale. That one goes against Imani Butts, and that's going to be all we're going to see from Imani Butts. That is her 5th personal foul. She is disqualified, and she'll be replaced by number 22, Jamie Cardenas. So Butts is out. Antonacci has 3 fouls. Zaborowska has 3, and Alexis Hunter, I think, has 4. She does have 4. So I was right, I think. St. Joe's will have it. A minute into the 4th quarter. Step back 3 for O'Donnell. Tough shot, no good. Ball's knocked away. It's going to go back to Farmingdale. So a 9-point advantage now for St. Joe's. So Farmingdale has finally gotten it back to single digits. They've been hovering around 10 on their multiple comeback attempts. And then St. Joe's usually will get it back to 15 or 16 or so. But it's back to 9. Here's a 3-point attempt from Antonacci. That would have been nice for them. Rebound is fought for, and a jump ball. We're going to stay Farmingdale possession by way of the alternate possession arrow. So this is really anybody's game. St. Joe's has been in control, and it seems like they should be ahead by more, but Farmingdale hanging around, and they're certainly in the game, and that's going to help them even more. A 3-point field goal to cut this lead to only 6. Jamie Cardenas, another good 3-point shooter I mentioned earlier. She's 5th in the conference in 3-point percentage at 33%. So Zaborowska and Cardenas, the 2 main 3-point threats here. And a turnover goes back to St. Joe's. And then now it'll go back again. So Farmingdale forces the turnover with some pressure defense. Sakara able to pick the ball back up, but travels with it. Ball will go to Farmingdale. So in the end, the net is that Farmingdale got a turnover. They're looking to cut into this now 6-point advantage for St. Joe's. St. Joe's will get the ball back this time on a traveling violation against Hunter. 49-43, so an exciting game here after all, after it looked like St. Joe's was going to run away with it a little bit. Here's Sakara. They got to get it over the line. Antonacci guarding her. Skip pass to Quesada in the corner. Mr. Cutting O'Donnell. She'll take it herself all the way to the rim. Draws contact. Foul. And the shot is no good. I thought she had a great shot to make that layup with contact. So she really absorbed the contact well with her body and gave herself a great opportunity to make that. Instead, she'll head to the free throw line for 2. And that foul is against Anna Zaborowska. That is her 4th. So Coach Delicate with a decision to make. Still 8 minutes to go in the game. Zaborowska, the leading scorer, although has really struggled today. Do you let her rest a little bit to protect her with 4 fouls, or do we leave her in as he had done with 3? Second free throw for Quesada is good, so that extends the Bears' lead. A little more breathing room now to 50-43. 51-43, I'm sorry. So it's an 8-point game now after it was just 6. Big defensive possession here for St. Joe's. Antonacci, drive, jump stop, no good. Rebound is knocked away. And 3 girls on the floor, 2 green shirts, 1 white shirt. It's going to be a foul. And it looks like it's going to go against Kelly O'Donnell, the 1 white shirt. And it will, and that is going to be Kelly's 3rd personal foul and the first on St. Joe's. Farmingdale will take it over, trailing by 8. Still tons of time left. 8 on the shot clock. Farmingdale's got to make a move. Miller does. Lifts it up off glass. Good. So a nice drive by Miller and shoots it over the much taller Emma Kiley. And the deficit is now 6 for Farmingdale. Another turnover, looking to force it into a well-covered Kiley. Now it's Antonacci. Layup is in and out. Oh, a golden opportunity for Antonacci that time on the layup. She got all the way to the rim. Ball goes in and out. Still a 6-point game. And Provino's trying to make them pay on the other end. She misses a layup of her own, but there's Kelly O'Donnell with the offensive rebound and put back. St. Joe's increases the lead back to 53-45. It's an 8-point lead once again. And Farmingdale really had a great opportunity to cut it to 3. So a quick 4-point turnaround on what would have been had Antonacci made that layup. 6:35 to go. Hunter mishandles it, but gets it back out to Miller. Miller staying aggressive. Spin move, jump shot, off the back rim, no good. Nice move by Miller. She gets her own rebound, though, as Provino couldn't handle it. Zaborowska, good. Zaborowska, I should say. So Anna Zaborowska looking to get hot here in the fourth quarter. Her first field goal since the first quarter. I'm sorry, her second field goal since the first quarter. Lefty layup from O'Donnell, a little short. Got to get that high off the glass. Here comes Farmingdale. It's Miller pushing against 3 white shirts. Antonacci travels with it. So Antonacci had an opportunity at a wide open 3, although there were no green shirts in the area, so maybe she thought to kind of wait a little bit. Instead, she put it on the floor and ended up traveling. And St. Joe's will get the ball back with 5:55 remaining. 53-47, a 6-point lead. So Farmingdale down 6. That's the closest they've been since the beginning of the game. And they had the ball twice with a 6-point deficit and not able to convert either time. Sakara driving. Here's Wilbur, who just entered the game, replacing O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to rest a little with her 3 fouls, protect her a little bit. There's a whistle. It's going to be a turnover. I think a 3-second call. So to go back to Farmingdale, so here they go again. Another opportunity with a 6-point deficit, trying to make it a little closer. That is as close as they have been since just after the opening tip, literally. And here's Antonacci, passed up to 3, gets it up top to McLeod. Using a lot of clock is Farmingdale. 10 on the shot clock now. Got to make a move. Here's Hunter against Kiley. Hunter driving hard. Up and under. Got away with the travel. Missed the layup. Rebound Quesada, and she is going to be fouled. An easy call for the official on that one, as Mackenzie Tierney kind of wrapped up Quesada from behind on the rebound. That's Tierney's 3rd foul and 3rd on Farmingdale, as Provino will inbound it again against his full court presser from the Rams. 6-point game. St. Joe's back in possession just over 5 minutes to go, so a world of time left. Lob pass to Quesada, lays it up and good. So 3 green shirts around Lauren Quesada. She is undeterred, able to finish anyway. And that gives the little bit of breathing room again. 8-point advantage for St. Joe's. Doesn't put quite as much pressure on this defensive possession, although they definitely want to stop. Ball's knocked away. Farmingdale struggling a little bit offensively now. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Hunter again. Kicks it out to McLeod. McLeod, she'll take a 3. Good. So Tiani McLeod comes into the game and makes 2 big 3-point baskets for Farmingdale in this 4th quarter. It's a 5-point game now. That's as close as Farmingdale has been in a very, very long time. Quesada misses. Kiley puts it back in. So Quesada looks for the 3. Kiley right on the spot for another offensive rebound and putback. And a timeout will be called by Coach Delacave. I like this timeout by Coach Delacave, as Farmingdale had all this momentum. Cut it to 5 finally. Now that was a tough possession defensively on the other end on another offensive rebound. But now Coach Delacave will get a chance to settle his troops, run a good offensive possession here, get it back to within hopefully 5, maybe even 4 if they make a 3, and then set up his pressure defense. So it's 57-50, Bears in front. Emma Kiley now with 23 points to go along with 12 rebounds. Kelly O'Donnell has 9 points and 13 rebounds. And Laura Quesada now in the land of the double-double with 11 points and 11 rebounds. Alexis Anatachi Antonacci has 14 points. Alexis Hunter has 7. Anna Zaborowska has 7 as well. And I should mention Mackenzie Tierney has 8. Zaborowska will inbound the ball. No point in taking her out now with her 4 fouls, only 4:11 to go. Coach Delacave will need her in the game for her offensive abilities. And here's McLeod. Speaking of offensive abilities, 2 big threes this quarter for Tiani McLeod, the freshman. And here's Hunter, bulling it home. 5-point game once again. He just plowed right through Kylie, knocked her on the floor on that layup. Provino, shot fake, drive, bounce pass. Casada did not get away with the travel. But the officials are going to confer. The sideline official had to travel. She definitely did travel, but there was a foul immediately after the travel. So they have to go with what came first. So the travel is the call. Farmingdale will get the ball back, trailing by only 5. So this is as close as they've been. 3:33 to go. Big defensive possession here for St. Joe's. McLeod defended by Wilbur. She's got the hot hand. Here's Antonacci. Looks inside to Hunter. Hunter's been good around the basket as well. Bounce pass to Tierney. Good, and a foul. So Hunter this time finds the cutting Mackenzie Tierney, who beat her defender on the perimeter. So that'll cut the lead to just 3. And Tierney will head to the free throw line. Foul goes against number 4, Jamie Provino, who was beat on the cut. And a timeout will be called. So this time's a good timeout for Coach Flahive. 3-point game. Tierney to the foul line. 43% free throw shooter, which is a very low percentage. But I'm going to check her sample size, and it's a pretty low sample size. 6 of 14 entering this season. Today, she has not attempted a free throw. So between Hunter and Tierney, those are the girls that St. Joe's wouldn't mind putting on the foul line now. They don't want Farmingdale scoring without the clock moving, obviously, with a lead. But still a long way to go. 3:16 to go. Only a 3-point game. Farmingdale now shooting 34% from the floor after a really difficult first half. They have definitely upped their scoring ability. The February 3rd Women's Basketball Weekly Report is out. Lauren Hunter of the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, the sophomore center, was the Women's Basketball Player of the Week. She had 3 double-doubles last week. And the Rookie of the Week is Emma Kiley of St. Joe's of Brooklyn. That is her 3rd time she's won Rookie of the Week. I believe she won the first 2 weeks of the season, and then she won last week as well. She averaged 10 points, 12 rebounds, and 5.5 blocks last week. So Emma Kiley with her 3rd Rookie of the Week selection in the Skyline Conference. Here's Tierney to the free throw line, looking to cut this lead to only 2. She's not able to do it, and the defensive rebound falls into the hands of Kelly O'Donnell with 3:10 remaining in the game. 3-point lead for St. Joe's. Drive by O'Donnell, gets it up, scores it, gets fouled, and will head to the free throw line. So a great job, Kelly O'Donnell. Just saying, going to take it myself. She gets all the way through all the defenders. So it's back to a 3-point game. I'm sorry, it should be a 5-point game now. And O'Donnell will look to extend it to 6 if she can make this free throw. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Should be 59. Now it should be 60 to 54. And they forgot to put the field goal up, and now they do. So Coach Flahive telling the referee to check it, and he did, and they've changed it down to 60 to 54. So it is accurately a 6-point game. Farmingdale will take possession, 3:07 remaining. So a great job by Kelly O'Donnell on that last drive, just getting through everybody and getting herself all the way to the rim to get that 3-point play down. Here's Miller. Good switch off by Casada defensively. Miller had nowhere to go with it. Finally reverses it back out to Antonacci. Antonacci drives, finds her way to the rim, and Provino on the late help has to commit the foul. So a good foul by Provino to not give up the wide open layup. But that will send Antonacci to the line. And Antonacci is a very good free throw shooter. Entering the game, she's 11 of 13. And today, she's 2 of 3. And Cooley makes the first to cut it to a 5-point deficit once again. And she makes both. So now it's a 4-point game. St. Joe's with the ball, 2:48 remaining. Looking for Quesada inside in the middle against the pressure. St. Joe's having trouble staying aggressive against the pressure, but Quesada will take it down. She wires it out of bounds. As she tried to make a running one-handed pass to Provino in the corner. She should have slowed herself down. Once you get 2 feet in the lane, it's time to slow yourself down and control your momentum. Maybe even make a full jump stop and see what you have. So that'll force St. Joe's to come up with a big stop here on defense as they lead by 4. Farmingdale looks inside to Hunter. Hunter's been successful inside, and she's almost successful this time. Misses the layup, gets her own rebound, though, kicks it out to Antonacci. 3-pointer, no good. That would have been very big. Wilbur with the rebound for St. Joe's, kicks it ahead to O'Donnell. And O'Donnell wants to score. She drives, she puts it up. She got fouled, got away with it, and the rebound goes to Tierney. No foul call on that. I thought there was a lot of contact with the body. Here's Antonacci driving on Sakara, and that will be a blocking foul against Desiree Sakara, and that is a good call as well. So Desiree Sakara with her 3rd personal foul. I'm sorry, that's her 4th personal foul, right? That's her 4th foul. So Desiree Sakara gonna have to finish this game out with 4 fouls. Hopefully she will not pick up her 5th. And that's the 4th on St. Joe's. Good kick out from Antonacci to Tierney, no good. Foul on the rebound, and that should end up being a free throw, I believe, as that is the 15th foul against Farmingdale State, and Provino will head to the free throw line, and that's important. The foul goes against Nia Miller, her 2nd. And that is the 5th on Farmingdale State. So Jamie Provino will head to the free throw line. Try to extend this 4-point lead. Just under 2 minutes to go. First free throw is in and out. She was 2 of 2 today before these attempts. And again, 4 St. Joseph's defenders are back on defense. Provino 63% on the season entering the game. She makes 1 of 2. So it's a 5-point game once again. Farmingdale had plenty of chances to cut it to a 1-possession game. They had it to 3 at one point. In and out. Rebound by O'Donnell. Antonacci was off the mark, and O'Donnell's going to be fouled in the backcourt if she's breaking pressure with the dribble. So the junior, Kelly O'Donnell, showing plenty of poise, and why not? She has so much experience really being a starter in this program since the day she walked in here. She'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is in and out, no good. Foul is the 4th on Mackenzie Tierney, so Mackenzie Tierney has 4, Alexis Hunter has 4, Anna Zaborowska has 4, and Amani Butts has already fouled out for Farmingdale. Desiree Sakara has 4 for St. Joe's. As Kelly O'Donnell makes the 2nd of 2 free throws, it is now a 6-point game, so that's big. St. Joe's needs a stop here, and then Farmingdale may have to start thinking about fouling with 1:34 to go if they come up empty on this possession. Well, if Farmingdale scores, they can play straight defense, but if they don't and St. Joe's gets the ball back, they may have to start fouling to stop this clock and hope for some misses. Big possession for Farmingdale. The 3 for Miller, a little long. Ball is chased down by Lauren Quesada, so St. Joe's has it and almost throws it away, but it's knocked out of bounds by the defense, and it'll go to St. Joe's. So the full court pressure, they're going to try to deny everyone, I would think. The inbound defender's over top to stop the long pass. They get it in. They don't foul in the backcourt anyway. O'Donnell dribbling up against Zaborowska. She gets it over the timeline, 1:21 remaining, 6-point game. O'Donnell gets all the way to the basket, and another right-handed layup. So O'Donnell, another layup all the way to the basket, and that is a gigantic play. Now it's a 3-possession game. That could kill Farmingdale, but Antonacci answers right back with a 2. So we're sort of in the same situation. And the ball is turned over, I believe. It'll go to Farmingdale, unless they say it was tipped. And it does. And a timeout will be called, and it's going to go back to Farmingdale, I believe. It's going to be Farmingdale's ball on the turnover. 30-second timeout. It is a 6-point game, so the layup by Kelly O'Donnell. could have all but sort of not put it away, but put them really in the driver's seat. But give Alexis Antonacci credit, just flying down the court and making a very quick deuce right after to sort of cancel it out. So we're back in the same situation. But on the inbound, St. Joe's looks to have thrown it away. So it's 2 3-point shots away for Farmingdale. 1:04 remaining. Nia Miller will inbound the ball for Farmingdale under their own basket. St. Joe's really just wants them to waste a lot of time if they can, even if they do end up scoring. Oh, it's a bad turnover. O'Donnell in the open court. Antonacci, the only one around, and she's going to draw the foul. That's a great job by Kelly O'Donnell to have the wherewithal and the awareness to use her body to protect and draw the foul. Now, she didn't make the layup, which would have been nice, but she draws the foul on Antonacci, just protecting the ball with her body. It's a great job by O'Donnell. But now she's got to make it hurt by making these free throws. First one rattles home, so that's a big one. That makes it a 3-possession game now, 65-58. Second free throw from O'Donnell is in and out. So 3 St. Joseph's players will go home with double-doubles today, as Kelly O'Donnell now has joined the group. She actually has been in the group for a few possessions now after those 2 layups. She's got 15 points and 15 rebounds, so after a sort of quiet first half, Kelly O'Donnell is coming back with a vengeance. 58.7 seconds remaining. St. Joe's ahead 65-58, so it's a 7-point game, and that's important because it's going to take 3 possessions for Farmingdale to come back. So even if they make 3-pointers, they're going to need the ball 3 times unless St. Joe's commits the dreaded 4-point play, fouling a 3-point jump shooter. We don't want to see that. So O'Donnell has a double-double, 15 and 15. Lauren Casada has 11 points and 12 rebounds, and Emma Kiley has 23 points and 12 rebounds. Jamie Provino has 8 points. Samantha Wilbur has 5, and Desiree Sequeira has 2. For Farmingdale, they're led by Alexis Antonacci, who has 18 points now. Taking 21 shots, though, so not very efficient. Mackenzie Tierney off the bench has 10 points. Alexis Hunter has 9. Anna Zaborowska has 7. Witherspoon has 6, Cardenas has 6, and Nia Miller has 2. So Farmingdale will be able to advance the ball after the timeout. 58.7 seconds remaining. 7-point deficit for the Rams. Good job by St. Joe's taking away the out-of-bounds play that was drawn up in the huddle. Now they got to play solid defense. Clock is ticking. 3-possession game. Ball is knocked away by O'Donnell and picked up by Provino. So another steal from Provino. They just got to hold the ball. Farmingdale's going to have to foul. And the ref stops the game. Not sure if it was a clock issue, but it's going to stay St. Joseph's ball. Now they'll have to inbound it, though, so that gives Farmingdale a little bit of an advantage. They can guard the inbound, so St. Joe's still has to get it in, and then Farmingdale will probably have to foul with only 43.3 seconds remaining. And one of the officials conferring with Coach Delicave, I'm not exactly sure what happened. It might have been a faulty shot clock reset. There's 25 on the shot clock now with 43 on the game clock. St. Joe's gets it in. O'Donnell has it. She's going to drive. She's going to circle it back out. No foul. Farmingdale's playing straight defense here for the 25 seconds. St. Joe's is content to hold it out for the full 25 before they look for a shot, and they should. But instead they turn it over as O'Donnell zigged when she should have zagged. Desiree Sequeira throws it into the front row. So a break for Farmingdale. They get the ball back with 28.4 seconds remaining. The shot clock is off. So if St. Joe's gets the ball back, Farmingdale's going to have to foul. Still a 7-point game. St. Joe's just wants to use time here on defense. That'll stop the clock, but it'll stay Farmingdale ball. So, Casada's on the floor. Foul went against Casada. That's her 4th. Farmingdale, that actually should be a 1-and-1, I believe. That is the 5th team foul, and it is. That is the 15th foul, so not a great foul because that's going to send Farmingdale to the line where they can get points and come back without the clock moving. That you don't want when you're in the lead. So it should be Hunter on the line, and it is. So only a 44% free throw shooter. I guess that's who you want on the line if you're Coach Flahive and the St. Joseph's Bears. But she coolly makes the first to cut it to 6. So St. Joe's now has to get the ball inbounded. Farmingdale will have to foul if they are to get it inbounds. So Farmingdale wants to make this and then deny everyone inbounds. Try to get a steal or 5-second call or a steal. If not, they're going to have to foul. Hunter's second free throw is up and in and out. Rebound by Casada, and she is not fouled, but Coach Flahive calls timeout. So it'll be St. Joseph's ball. 22.2 seconds remaining. 65-59, a 6-point advantage for the Bears. So they have the ball. If they get really one more point, this game is essentially over. So they need to get the ball inbounded. They will get the advance because of the timeout, so they'll be able to inbound it in the front court on the sideline, which helps. And look for this line play that they like to run on the sideline where they'll have one or two girls curl toward the basket, and they have found O'Donnell and Provino, I remember, in an earlier game for really layups. Now, they don't need a layup. They just need to inbound the ball and be strong with it because Farmingdale is going to have to foul. So they want to get it to their better free throws. And we do see that line set up. So watch for O'Donnell or one of the other girls curling around toward the basket. That time they get it into Casada in the backcourt. That's smart. And they're playing keep away. Farmingdale has to foul. And finally, the whistle blows. So 6 seconds kind of wasted by Farmingdale. 16.6 remaining in the game. O'Donnell will head to the free throw line to really look to ice it. If she makes really one of these, it's going to take 3 possessions. And there's just not enough time on the clock for Farmingdale to make up that kind of ground. So, however, if she misses both, they could get 2 possessions if they can make 2 3-point shots. That is definitely still on the table. Foul is the 5th on Anna Zaborowska, so she is also disqualified. And the first free throw is good for O'Donnell, so that should essentially do it, unless St. Joseph's wants to foul 3-point shooters, which, of course, is a fireable offense. So I don't think it'll happen. Second free throw is no good, and a timeout is called by Coach Delacave smartly. Now Farmingdale will be able to advance the ball into the front court so they can try to get a very quick shot and then set up their press. So it's certainly not over yet. 15.8 seconds remaining. It's 66-59, so that there's a huge difference between 6 and 7 points in a situation like this. As I just explained, that extra possession is a big, big deal. No updates on the other scores in the skyline. Try to get some scores. So some of these games have tipped off already, and tipped off, actually one of them was a 12 o'clock tip, but they have not updated the scores. I'll see if I can get them later. Merchant Marine is at Sarah Lawrence, Mount St. Mary's at Manhattanville, and Old Westbury is at St. Joseph's of Long Island. So the St. Joseph's players are on the floor, waiting to play defense. It's Sakara, Provino, Samantha Wilbur joining O'Donnell and Lauren Casada. Emma Kiley on the bench. You'd think she'd be in on defense. I think she might have a small injury. She might be nursing a little injury. She was talking to the trainer earlier. Long pass to Hunter. Beautiful play from out of bounds. And she lays it in. So a great job out of bounds in the huddle. 14 seconds remaining, and a timeout will be called by St. Joe's. So credit Coach Delacave on the great play drawn up in the huddle, and credit the Farmingdale State girls on executing it perfectly. So Hunter curling off the back screen, the high back screen, gets a wide open layup opportunity. It is now a 5-point game and only a second and a half clicked off the clock. So 14 seconds even remaining. I was mentioning earlier, I saw Emma Kiley speaking to one of the trainers earlier when she was out of the game, and she is not in the game now. You'd think she would have been in on that last defensive possession. She's got a wrap on her left knee, so hopefully she'll be okay. St. Joe's will advance the ball after the timeout. 14 seconds remaining. Again, Farmingdale wants a 5-second call or a steal. If not, they're going to have to foul, as there is no more shot clock. St. Joe's can run the clock out here. They throw it into Casada. She is fouled. So 1.2 seconds clicks off the clock. Casada will head to the free throw line. 5-point advantage. So now if she makes 2, they're back in the driver's seat with that 3-possession lead. And the first one is good. That's big. This one is even bigger. Jamie Cardenas with her 3rd foul on that possession. Second one is good, so wasting no time. Casada just gets it and puts it up. She made 2, so it's a 7-point game again. 10 seconds on the clock. This should all just about do it as Miller is dribbling around, wasting too much time. Her shot is way off. Might have got blocked, and it was not blocked because it will stay St. Joseph's possession. 3.8 seconds remaining. This game is all but over. St. Joseph's is going to hold on to this lead after a very game Farmingdale State team kept coming back after being down as many as 17 in the first half, and just kept coming back and cutting it to 10, cutting it to 9, going back down 16, cutting it, finally getting themselves back in the game. They had it as close as, I think, 2 points at one point. But St. Joseph's executing well down the stretch, making most of their free throws, and getting the stops they needed at the end of this 4th quarter. 1.5 seconds remaining. That foul goes against Emily Zablinski, who just got in the game. And it's all going to be academic now. 68-61, O'Donnell to the free throw line. She makes the first. So O'Donnell today only 5 of 10 from the free throw line. But she has 17 points. Now 18 as she makes the second free throw. And that'll do it here at the Hill Center as the time expires on the Rams. But a great job by Coach Delacave and the Rams coming back time and time again to make this a really exciting finish. But most importantly, St. Joe's comes out with a 70-61 victory here at the Hill Center on the first half of our doubleheader here in the Skyline Conference. We'll bring some final stats. So a great win for Coach Flahive. St. Joseph's improves to 12-9, and they are now 10-6 in the conference.